स्पोर्ट्स से जुड़ी किसी भी छोटी या बड़ी अपडेट के लिए सब्सक्राइब करें स्पोर्ट्स तक और साथ ही किसी भी नोटिफिकेशन को पाने के लिए बेल आइकन को दबाना ना भूलें।
We spent a good 8 days in Dubai before we came to get adjusted to heat. 45 degrees during the day there, so it was difficult, as you know, from India winning the Asia Cup. It was hot in Dubai, so we spent a good couple of days there. Really good preparation, and then on our way to landed in Mumbai. Got to Baroda. We had a good couple of days there. Great facilities, similar looking pitch to what is out in the middle here today. So look, our guys, we have worked hard. We've talked a lot. It's time now for them to stop talking, and it's time now for them to start putting performances out in the middle. So we're looking forward. We know it's always a tough tour. Any touring team coming to India find it very difficult. We've got to find a way to keep our focus, to show the world that we can play the game of cricket, and if we get an opportunity, to be able to grab hold of those opportunities.
Stuart, this time around he is around. So do you feel the opening combination could be a little bit of a conundrum for the West Indies? Amrit, of course, got a brilliant 100 the other day around. It's still how do you look at the opening combination?
Yeah, look, we're seeing a pattern arise that batting in the top 3 and 4 in world cricket at the moment is quite difficult. There have been combinations that have been tried and tested and have come up short. So look, we're in a similar position, but Craig Brathwaite and Kieran Powell have opened the batting plenty of times together, and they've both been very good so far on tour. They look in very good headspace, and their game looks to be pretty well rounded. So look, we've got obviously our methods and our plans. It's up to the players now to take that onto the field. It's all well and good in practice games. The pressure of playing international cricket in front of a fanatical crowd for the home team and against the world number one, that's something that I think we shouldn't fear. We should go out and really enjoy and really focus on that challenge.
Talking about the recent form of opposite teams and just taking the losses from this match against Sri Lanka, whereas if you look at India's record, what different have you done in terms of preparation for this game?
Oh, look, we've spoken about a lot. We played some really good Test cricket in our home series, both against Sri Lanka and Bangladesh. Probably lucky not to win both of those series. We won against Bangladesh convincingly. Sri Lanka was a bit of a tougher task, but look, we played some really good cricket. Don't read into too much India's form in England. I was there watching pretty closely, and the scores suggest something different. The series score 4-1, but the actual contest was a lot closer. England managed to get through some tough times to get the upper hand to win a Test match. India just weren't able to lay the knockout blow at times. So look, we understand India are ranked number 1 in the world. We're a little bit further down the ladder. We're playing them in their own backyard, so it's a huge task. Not many teams come here and dominate games of cricket against India. So look, we understand it's a huge task, but on the flip side, there are some new faces in the Indian lineup. We're getting better and better each series. We're preparing better. We understand our game a lot more now. So look, we're not going to fear. We're going to respect. Obviously, you have to respect the opposition, but also the number 1 team. But we're going to go out there and give it our all, and we're going to be fighting hard to the very end.
Stuart, given the conditions that are in India, they're not the best of conditions suiting fast bowlers, and one of the really the best strength lies in their pace bowling, given the brilliant home season that they had last time round. Firstly, is Kimar available for the first game? Secondly, do you think that's a strength that the Indies are relying on going ahead with the opening Test match?
Yeah, unfortunately, Kimar's not back in the country as yet. He had a bereavement in the family, and he's had to go home to tend to the process back in Barbados. But he will be rejoining the squad halfway through the Test match, so he should be back in the country and ready to go for the second Test, which is a shame. Kemar Roach is he's very experienced, got great skill, and is one of our leaders in our group. So he's a big loss. Having said that, Shannon Gabriel's been outstanding in the last couple of Test matches in pretty similar conditions, to be honest. Yeah, it's hot here. It is India. Where, as an Australian, it's too hot, but as a West Indian, it is hot, but it's bearable. We'd rather be in the hot than the cold, put it that way. But missing Kemar is a big hole, but we've got some bright talent coming through as well, fast bowling talent. We've unearthed a couple of young kids, which you'll hopefully see through the ODI and the T20 series as well. And we've got two more here, Kemo Paul, who's played a big part in our recent successes, and then a young kid called Sherman Lewis. So look, they've got some pace, they swing the ball, they're young, they're keen to learn, and sometimes better the unknown. Going in with the unknown, the opposition don't really understand what they're about, and hopefully they can come in and nick a few out early, put India under pressure, and we can bat well. That's what we need to do. But our fast bowling, it has been our strength, but we've also got some pretty good spinners. India have, Mo and Ali, really, took it to India whilst in England, bowling into a foothold, but you've got to use what's available, and Roston Chase is a bit taller than Mo and Ali, bowls at similar pace and gets good bounce and can spin it. So bit back with Bishu and Warrican, you've got some really good control there as well.